Welcome back everyone. We've got a new car designing course. It is the Porsche 911 Carrera GTS Blender Design course. I've managed to deliver it early instead of early 2026. It's now available for Christmas and onwards. This is my new website and this is the Porsche designing course. I'm also working on an Aston Martin Valhalla course. That's scheduled for early 2026, perhaps March. Let's hope I can deliver it earlier. Now for the Porsche course itself, we have a Christmas discount, 50%. Now I've also applied that same Christmas discount for all the other courses, including the Aldi course. As a disclaimer, this course is also available on the YouTube channel for free. We have the BMW M2 course that's also got a discount. So 50% on all of our car designing course at the moment. But most importantly, 50% on the new Porsche car designing course. If you've bought my course before, hope you enjoyed it, please leave a review. If you're planning to buy the Porsche course, please leave a review and I hope you enjoy it. You know where to contact me if you need any help. Now this video is a preview for the course. Thank you all for all the support you've been showing the channel recently with all of our car design and contents. It's really been going well. So just like my other videos, in this video, you're going to get a little bit of me designing the Porsche car. Just a preview, and if you enjoy that, you'll be more than welcome to purchase the course. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please leave a comment. Hope you enjoy the course. Please leave a review. Now the next task is to turn the Porsche GTS into a stylized car. Pretty much the same thing I did with the Audi RS6. Let's have some fun and follow me on social such as Twitter and Instagram. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Welcome back everyone. Welcome back to the Ultimate Car Designing course for Blender. This is the Porsche 911 Carrera GTS. And it is the coupe. We want to design this car in a very simplistic and straightforward fashion. There's many different versions of this car, but I've decided to go with this version, the coupe. I've managed to find blueprints on Google Images. Now the amazing thing about this car is that it's cute. It's absolutely cute. It's a cute car, but it's a brilliant base to start from. And ultimately, I want to create different versions of this car. So if you notice that I update this course as time goes on, it is normal. I intend to create different versions of this car with different materials, different tutorials, and to update this course on a regular basis throughout the year of 2026. So essentially, it's no longer just a one-time course. If the course gets updated regularly, it's a premium course, it's an ultimate course. So, shall we begin? So let's go ahead and open Blender and we'll get started from there. So let's go ahead and start with a general file and let's delete everything we can see. I want to turn on the axes on the Z-axis, floor is on, 3D cursor is on. Let's turn on screencast keys as well. And we're going to put the first blueprint from this direction. Got the blue line on the horizontal and vertical red line. Got the red line on the floor and the blue line going straight up. You see, this is what I meant when I say this car is cute. It comes in slightly different trims with slightly different headlights. And it's just a brilliant base for a Porsche. You can actually use the base design of this car to create different versions of Porsche cars. So we're going to go ahead and add our first blueprint. And we're going to go ahead and line it up with geometry. Now I'll be doing my best to make sure that this course is good for beginners, but also for advanced people or for intermediary people. So I'm just going to take the time to explain as much as possible. We're going to go to the viewport number 3. So basically on this side, add another blueprint. And once again, we'll line it up with the green line and the blue line in the center. That's perfect. We can also go to the image tab and turn down the opacity. We can do that with all of our blueprints. And not to mention, we need a blueprint at the top. Remember now, this is the front. So we need to rotate this 90 degrees. Perfect. And carry this back slightly. We're going to zoom in and carry it down. And then we just want to make sure that it's in the center, similar to where the logo is. That is damn near brilliant. Turn on opacity and let's turn down the opacity. That's brilliant. Now we want to go to the rear. Let's add our image for the rear and let's just carry it up to the red line and the blue line. And naturally center it somewhat. Doesn't have to be perfectly center, but if you can get it to be perfectly center, that's ideal. Okay, now if you've watched my lessons or my course before, then you know we like to start with single vertices. So let's go ahead and add a single vert. That's it. We're already in tab mode. We're going to press G and Z and carry this up. We're then going to extrude the first vertice. We might even work in low poly initially. We're going to select both of these and carry them back. Add another vertice right there and carry this one back slightly. And then we're going to extrude another vertice right there, and another one right there, and another one right there. So we got 3 vertices along there. Now what's interesting is that it needs to come up. So we have to use our common sense in this scenario. So it's kind of like that. When you add a subdivision, it'll look a little bit like this. In fact, it may need to be a little bit higher. Because look at that. Once we add that, you can see that curvature right there. We want to stick to what a Porsche is supposed to be. So we're going to extrude our first vertice, carry it there. And let's look at the real model. Carry it up slightly. Another vertice. Carry this one up slightly. Another vertice. This one needs to be slightly higher up. That's good. And you can see right there, may need to carry these down slightly. Maybe they don't need to be that high necessarily. That would probably do. Because also this part, you can see right there, the hood of the car is kind of raised, but that's the center, or at least that's where this curvature starts to begin. We need to add a mirror modifier to this. Let's get our mirror modifier. And we'll probably enable clipping for now. Let's move the mirror modifier to the top and let's carry this in slightly. There we go. Okay, this is also an interesting point. We need to make sure that these are lined up rather accurately. Let's add another loop right there. Let's carry that one down. That's brilliant. And then we're actually going to duplicate these and we're going to carry these down slightly. Carry these down like that. Well, no. Perhaps from the side. Perhaps that'd be better. That's perfect. You know what we can then do is fill these faces. Let's go ahead and fill these faces, including those ones. We may adjust this loop slightly. Duplicate this once again and carry this down slightly. And then we're just going to carry this down slightly as well. We may in fact scale this on active element, but scale it on the x-axis. That's good. And then we'll fill. I just noticed we should probably turn off the, there we go, the modifiers tab. So right there, we don't have to get rid of the modifier. We can literally just turn off real time. That's good. There must be a hotkey for turning off real time. I can probably add to key and set, insert keyframe, no. Assign shortcut. Yeah, we can probably create our own shortcut for this. I'm going to say, how about Shift R? Does that work? Yep, it does work. So we've assigned a key. This way we can just work, you know, without being so worried about everything. You know what I'm going to do? Going to delete this for now. And we're just going to fill that. Double G, carry this one out. Double G, carry this one out. Shift R. Ooh, that works so nice. Let's see, we may want to carry that one forward slightly. Okay, and these ones you can clearly see. May want to carry them across. And then carry this one up. And you know what? Gonna carry this one down. And with these, we're going to have another pair of these. In fact, we might not even need this, if I'm being completely honest. We can probably just fill those faces right there. Probably just add another loop right there and fill those faces as well. And let's see how that looks. Doesn't look too bad, but it also looks not ideal. We're going to press double G, probably add this one as well. And yeah, probably just do that. Let's shade smooth this. We can still use Shift R, but then again, we need another hotkey for the, yeah, for shade flat. So I would say Shift T. Add shortcut, Shift T. I hope these are not meant for anything else. So we got subdivision, Shift R, Shift T, shade flat, all that stuff. Okay. Question is, can we add another loop right there? How would that look? This is where it'd probably be best to work with the subdivision. You know what would be really well to work with is if we can do something like that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add another loop right there. Probably going to carry this one up as well. And we're going to dissolve these vertices for now, at least. And then what I'm going to do is separate these slightly and carry this one to the side slightly. Now, what's really unique about, Porsches in general is that this area is relatively lowered slightly into the bodywork. So we sort of manually lower these for ourselves. It doesn't need to be lowered extremely, but there's a little indent. And it's quite apparent, quite deliberate, but it's not super extreme. I think we might need another vertex right there. I think we might also need to arrange this slightly. So too with these ones. May need to adjust those ones slightly and carry this one up. Now if this becomes too much, then we won't have any issues with getting rid of those. Just carry this up slightly and carry these in just a little bit more. We'll also level these. There we go. Can you see this area right here? It's just bothering me. So if anything, I may dissolve that and just create a new one. But still, these areas, both of them, needs to be brought up a little bit. That curvature should only be a small amount. It shouldn't be too apparent. So that is it. You have the bonnet of the vehicle. And that's what the topology looks like. Keeping it simple for now until it comes time for us to elevate this. We can also add additional loops around these areas to make that even more apparent. And we can use matte cap. I do love to use my matte cap. In fact, the default matte cap right there, just to see how this would look. We can also do this if we wanted to, or we could just add a single line right there. We could add additional lines as well just to see how it looks. This is where experimentation becomes pivotal. But as you can see, some of it might be a little bit too much. So we can essentially get rid of some of this. And we'll save our file from here. You know what we'll also do? We'll also take all of these and we may just restructure these slightly. We may just carry them forwards. If we carry this forward, probably not that one. Probably we need to carry this one forwards. And so too with this one. How is that? That's good. We may readjust this one as well. And so too with this one. One additional thing, I think I'm just going to dissolve these edges and I'm going to add a new one right there. And I'm just going to rejoin those. This way it looks a lot smoother, as it should be. If we have any additional issues with that, we may just have to carry that up slightly. See, that's the difference it makes. Not a whole lot of difference either. So what we need to do next is start to work on the front of the vehicle. So we're going to highlight these and duplicate them. P to separate. Then we can go ahead and extrude once and extrude again, all the way around. And take a look at what this looks like from the front. We'll just start panning this out essentially. Panning out the entire thing. We'll restructure this one just a little bit. And as for this one, we may just carry this one in slightly. I think we might need to adjust the blueprint slightly to the left. Can you see that? It just need a small adjustment. If you do get into that situation where it's like, you know what? I think I just need to adjust the blueprint a little bit. Don't be afraid to adjust your blueprint. Let's flatten these vertices slightly. And let's extrude a couple more times. Take a look at this from the top. That'll do. Oh, that's looking brilliant. We'll also duplicate these and then we'll carry these vertices down. These ones, we want to flatten these initially and then we'll probably decide to adjust them to our liking. We're just going to carry them out slightly. In fact, I don't even think you need this many vertices right here, but we're just going to keep it as it is for now until we get a reason to not have it this way. We'll carry these in, carry those one in as well. I should say carry them back. We're really carrying them back. Well, this one will carry inwards and this one will carry outwards. So the right hand side is out sometimes and the left hand side is in sometimes. It is mostly because the mirror modifier, it's operated on the right hand side. So I feel like that's the side of in and the left hand side is the side of out. But if that makes zero sense, then so much for trying to explain everything in detail. Just going to adjust these on the z-axis slightly. Yep, that's good. Just adjust these on the z-axis. And take a look at this from the other side as well. Well, these ones might actually need to be somewhat flattened. Carry this one back slightly. We may flatten these ones also and carry them down slightly. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we will duplicate this once again. P to separate. Let's hide number 1. And with these ones, we will carry these ones down. There we go. Press double G to carry it back within. And at that point, we can probably start considering where to adjust all of this. Let's carry this one out. Carry that one out slightly, not too much. You know, with these ones, I'm going to merge those. Fill faces. And we'll start filling these faces. See what happened there? We're missing one vertice. And that was the original one we had right there. So we actually need to readjust this slightly like that. That's better. Readjust this one as well. And that's for this one. Double G, readjust that one as well and fill. And fill all the way around. That is better. And before you know it, we start to get this look of a Porsche. But it's not perfectly there yet because as you know with Porsches, it's not that simple. There's a vertice right there, at least there should be. Let's flatten it, I'd say, use our best instinct. We're still on active element, so select this vertice and scale on the y-axis. So the Porsche will look a little something like that. But you can see right there, I don't really want those to be that close together. I like keeping this right there as it is, but these vertices, yeah, I think those could do with some slight separation. And we'll adjust this one as well. And we'll carry this one out. Something like that. Shade smooth to all of this. And I wonder if we should carry this one up. Perhaps. Before you know it, you start getting this Porsche design language. This would be a good time to refer back to the car. We start getting an idea of what it looks like from the front. You can see right there, it's quite sharp with this angle. We're going to keep that in mind. Underneath, everything sort of flows in really, really nice. And at the edge, it's quite distinctive. I don't even fully want to attempt at explaining this, but we're going to duplicate these vertices, flatten these initially, I would say, and carry some of these up. So key thing to keep in mind is that these vertices are actually tucked within the car like that. I mean, to be honest, they all are to a certain extent. We're going to view this from the side and probably need to start considering adjusting these lines slightly. Keep in mind that this area right at the front, basically the part of the front bumper, it is actually quite extruded, especially from the top. I think from the top you can clearly see where these areas are quite prominent. So we're going to carry these vertices out to basically emphasize that. And we know we need to carry this one around slightly like that. We know that this area is also fairly distinctive, like these vertices right there that we can see. It's like carry this down and probably start extruding these ones. And it does make me curious, just how this is designed. It does leave me slightly curious. We're going to extrude this line right here. Start to think about this one and add another one right there and carry this one forwards. Probably carry this one down. Probably carry those forwards as well. We may want to start filling these faces. You know what? These ones, we may dissolve that for now. Try to keep it simple for now before we make it get too complicated. And you can see this area is actually quite sharp. We're going to carry this vertex towards the right hand side, carry this one towards the right hand side also, and extrude once more. Probably carry this one back also and fill those areas. Select all, Shift N. We'll press double G to carry this one forwards. Extrude another vertex right there. Well, a couple more vertices I'd say. Extrude one there and extrude one there and extrude another one right there. And with these two, we may just merge those. You can view this from the top. Carry those towards the left hand side. That's good. And fill those as well. As for these two, we'll extrude, or we can just duplicate and carry them down slightly and flatten these. Probably carry these back slightly, carry them within, and fill those ones also. And before you know it, you have this side panel. Now I know what you're thinking. Doesn't look smooth. And that's what we'll try to do. We'll just straighten this out essentially. We know right around here it's actually quite sharp, so we'll add a line right there. We don't want it to be too sharp, so we might just keep it just like that for now. In fact, towards the edge is where it's no longer as sharp. It's a bit more relaxed around that area, which means that we need to carry this out slightly. Slightly curious though why this may just need to be, carried in slightly, kind of like that. So you can see little by little you start getting that Porsche design, right? And that's exactly what we want. Keep it simple. We can turn this into low poly once again if we wanted to. That is so useful. We can go back to smooth. Here's what I also know is like these areas should be a little bit more flattened like that. And these areas need to be extruded in slightly. Probably same thing here. And fill. Same thing with these ones. We're actually going to extrude these within slightly. And what we'll do is simply just fill those areas. But keep in mind, this is that intricate area right there. Like these are supposed to be out slightly. And this area is supposed to be like that. Which is really tricky to get right. Which is why we need to consider how we'd redesign this, because this area is supposed to be connected like that. Before we even start doing that, we can honestly save in increments. You save different versions of your file. This way, if you mess anything up, you can always go back and sort of redo it. I'm going to dissolve this for now. So it is supposed to be something like that. We're going to carry these vertices forward slightly. You know what? Probably not yet. We're going to join those and probably join these one as well. I wonder if we need to merge these. Let's merge at last. And eventually you'll get a design similar to this, which is quite unique, very similar to the original. But I'm curious if it can do with some adjusting. Not too much, obviously. If you adjust it too much, it'll end up looking worse. You can see from this angle, these could do with being carried in slightly. Well, that's when it gets ruined. How about if we hid these? Like they're not supposed to be particularly visible. Which does raise an important part, which of these is supposed to be visible? Like some of it, but really not too much. So dissolve some of these and we'll just keep 2 for now. And we may just carry these ones forward, one at a time at least. And we may carry these ones out also. Now, from the side profile, these are actually supposed to be rather protruded as well. And it's supposed to be quite obvious, but perhaps not that ugly, I would say. Like seriously. Like seriously, that's damn near terrible. Honestly, do we even need this area? Could we just merge this area right here? It is supposed to look slightly like that, but not that extreme. So we may just do this. That is a little bit better. And you know, now that that's done, it looks like this is supposed to be closer together. Even those ones slightly. You can see right there just how much more distinctive that looks. Carry these in slightly and carry those back. Well, maybe not that distinctive. I mean, this area is supposed to look slightly smooth. Yeah, that's true. It is supposed to look slightly smooth. So we'll adjust this. May adjust these also. Question is, how do we keep these looking smooth? Good. Just going to flatten them on the x-axis, see if that helps. And it doesn't help particularly unless we do that. Unless we manually do this. Yeah, unless we do that. And even with these areas, we might adjust these slightly more. So too with that area. We'll keep these ones slightly more in line and orderly. But that is good. That is good. Now we can move on to something else. So you can see at the front of the car, we've got plenty more to work on, but I'm going to leave those for another episode. We still just want to continue working on the body of this vehicle. So we can start working on this area, which will be very interesting. Here's what we'll do. We'll add a circle to the front. Go to add circle, align to view. I only need around 16 vertices. Tab in A and S and scale this down. It's going to be part of our light unit. Well, just the outline of the light unit, not the actual light unit. We're not quite there yet. We're going to carry this back slightly and rotate this on the x-axis. Rotate it on the x-axis. Ah, that's perfect. And this is where it may get simpler. You know what we might do? We might go to checker deselect and we might dissolve vertices. So we keep it more simplistic without getting too complicated. We'll carry it back to the left hand side and then we'll just adjust these from all angles. Something like that. And once we shade smooth, something like that. And once we subdivide, you can see just what happens. And then we could scale this up a little bit more. It's still scaling on active elements, so just keep that in mind. View this from this side and rotate it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just rotate it on the active element. Probably carry some of these vertices down so that everything lines up a little bit more appropriately with our blueprint. So too does this one. Needs to line up with everything. Something similar to that. And we'll carry this within slightly. Carry this one up. Carry this one to that side. That's looking a lot better. Good. Now we get to continue modeling our vehicle. Let's delete these vertices. Don't need them at the minute. Here's what we do need. We do need these ones. Those would be very useful. Duplicate. Move them to the right hand side slightly. P to separate. And you know what we'll do? We'll join them with this one. Control J. And let's merge these vertices. Those would be very useful to merge at this particular time. As for this one, we'll extrude this vertice once more. Carry it to the right hand side. Double G, carry this back slightly. Well, probably not so much. And we'll extrude once, extrude again, and extrude another time. Now, I wonder how these will look from the top. Yeah, you can see it's a mess. We'll start edging these one out as well. That's perfect. Let's have a look at what this looks like from this angle. Probably need to carry this out slightly more, like that, even though we probably don't need to. You know what, we'll keep it like that for now. Here's what we're going to do next. We're going to add another circle and align this to view. Still 16 vertices. Tab in, scale this down. This will be part of our wheel. part of the bonnet right there. Part of the bonnet. Subdivision, subdivide by 2. Scale this up slightly and carry this down. And you know what? We're going to save this once more and Control J to join. With this group right here, need to carry it out. This group right here, need to select everything and carry it to the right hand side. Ah, I see. The mirror modifier is activated and clipping is activated. So once we deactivate that and then turn on clipping once again, sort of fixes the problem. Then here's what we'll do. We'll delete these vertices. Press double G, carry those ones up. Press double G. We'll keep this one there. And crucially, this area and the side skirt might be completely different. So the side skirt might actually be its own thing right there. So that's our car. This is what we're trying to design. And yeah, we got it. The side skirt it's not attached to this area. With these areas, I still feel like they need to be higher. Like I still feel like these areas, they need to be higher. Not even super high, but just a little bit like that. So here's what we'll do. We'll duplicate these vertices. We need these ones. And we'll carry them to this side. We'll rotate this along the z-axis, but use an active element still. You can see right there, we might need to lower this slightly. Carry this up slightly. How about this area? Does it need to be carried up? I mean, possibly. Yeah, possibly. And another area that we almost didn't remember was these ones. You see, these are vital because those need to be edged in slightly. Not too much, but slightly. And the further down they go is the more they're edged in. So we'll keep that point as well. That's really valid to keep in mind. That's a little bit better. Let's carry this one back. Carry these ones down. Carry those ones down. Carry this one back. And carry this one back also. And also carry this one back. Let's carry this one back as well. And I wonder with these vertices, should we just relax these? It does work a little bit. I mean, to be honest, these will be, attached sooner or later. So don't worry too much about those. You know what? With this one, we're going to carry this one out slightly. And as for these ones, probably carry those in slightly. We may duplicate this once more, carry it to this to the inside, and we'll carry this one up slightly, but not too far up, because at this point it will begin to rotate towards that angle right there. And as for these ones, readjust those as well, so it starts to look a little something like that. But we don't need these, do we? As for this one, I'm going to carry this up slightly, carry this one up slightly, and carry this one down slightly. Probably carry this one down as well, and carry them back slightly. Probably add another vertex right there. There we go. Probably restructure this one like that. And we may add some additional vertices right there. So when it comes time, this will all make a lot more sense. Probably add some there as well. Now, to be honest, if this becomes too much, I will happily remove some of these vertices if this becomes too much. I wonder if we need to start modeling around this area. It's not a bad idea. I mean, we knew we had to do that eventually. Let's carry these out slightly. We carry these ones in slightly like that. So the design starts to look a little something like this. And we might be able to get to the fun part where we simply just start to, shall we? Add another vertex right there and start to fill these ones right there. Let's readjust that one as well, readjust that one as well. May fill those one as well. Fill those faces, fill these faces as well. Okay, and then it gets further down here. We need to add additional vertices around these areas as well, so that it works more cohesive. Fill those areas and fill those areas as well. Double G to rearrange, restructure these areas. And carry this up. View this from the side, and then we can start thinking about probably merging. Well, fill in those faces as well. May need another loop right there. We might not. extrude this one, but carry it forward slightly. Carry it in and carry it up, because it needs to make sense. It needs to connect very well with this one. Let's fill, and let's fill those areas as well. There we go. So it starts to look a little bit smooth, but like I said, the key thing about this area is that we keep the vertices and the loops minimal. We don't want to have too much at all. Let's duplicate another vertex right there, extrude another one right there, and let's add another loop right here, and let's fill this area. We'll fill that area as well, and we'll extrude another one, and we'll carry this in slightly. Let's add some more vertices around this area. And I wonder if we need to fill this area like this or to do it like that. Curious. We may just need to merge these two and then fill this area. Still want to keep it simple. Do we add another vertex right there? Possibly. Add another one right there and add another one right there as well. So if we decided that that's too many, we can get rid of one and separate them slightly and slightly carry this one up. How about this one? Slightly carry this one up, not too much. Can always go back to low poly if we wanted to. You can see our design starts to look like this. And then it will become time to merge these two, which is quite delicate. So we're going to save in another increment and join these two. Here's what we'll do. We'll fill that area. As for these ones, we may raise this slightly and fill that area also. As for these ones, we may adjust this as well, and we might add, should we add another loop right there? Kind of seems natural. I mean, it was bound to happen. And do we join these two right here? And then, well, we need to join those two first before we can start filling that area. That's brilliant. And carry this one out. And carry this one in. Carry this one out as well. And carry this one out. And carry this one in. That's brilliant. Can we get rid of this one if it's unnecessary? The thing is that we kind of need it for now. Probably. Yeah, we probably need that for now. But with these two, we will fill those areas. And we're going to fill these areas also. Let's fill those areas at first. And we'll fill these areas as well. Well, merge, I should say. These areas will merge at last. And these areas will merge at last. That'll be a good idea to merge these at last as well. Merge at last with those ones as well. And with this one, curious. One thing I can say around this area is that I wanted it to be a little bit more intricate. So it's like, want it to be a little bit more like this. And to be honest, I have no idea if this is going to work necessarily, but I'm sort of just like going with a feeling. We're going to join those as well. Let's dissolve those for now, and let's delete this edge as well. You can see this one right here, which is what I spoke about before. It just needs to be higher. Simple as. Now these loops are slightly different, which is kind of what I wanted anyway, because I wanted to reposition these slightly and join those, probably join these ones as well, and carry this one up. You can see right there, these needs to be a little bit more flat. So probably flatten these initially and then raise these ones. I think the key thing right here to keep in mind is that the loops on the inside, they should be lower than the loops on the outside. And it doesn't have to be lowered by much, but it should be. Do we even need this? We do, but it needs some spacing. And how about these ones? Need to be raised. They need to be raised. Not the entire way, of course. And we'll carry these ones down as well. So how about these ones? We just carry them in, so using GX. We could add another loop right there if we wanted to, and join those, and add another loop right there, and simply join those as well. That's also an option. These vertices, they need to be raised naturally, and these ones need to be restructured. These ones perhaps need to be separated. Doesn't have to be by much, but slightly. We're going to add a loop right there, and we're going to join these two, and then we're just going to raise this one slightly. So even these vertices, they need to be lowered, not by much. So how are we looking with this? Might have to carry these in slightly, separate those slightly, just give them some spacing, and carry these ones up slightly, and readjust these. So how is that looking for our design? Then let's add a mirror modifier. That's perfect. How about if we relax these designs? Vertices, probably too relaxed. I'd say those ones are okay, but these ones right here just need a bit of adjustments. So we press double G to adjust it slightly. So how is that looking? Not looking too bad. Does need a few adjustments, such as around there. And naturally with these ones, we carry them in slightly. Probably carry these ones back slightly. Even this one, just carry this one in slightly. And as for this area, may need to adjust it kind of like that. But honestly, this area could prove to be a little bit more challenging later as we decide how to connect it. Yeah, that could prove to be a bit of a challenge. Or we could simply just do something along those lines. That's also an option. But if we do that, just keep in mind, you might not like just how it looks towards the end. Let's bring this up slightly. Let's carry this one up slightly. So it'd look a little something like that, if I'm being honest. It's not bad. That's actually not bad. When it comes to refining the detail, this is what could take a long time. And that's not really the purpose of this episode. This episode is mostly just to get the initial design part out. We might delete those loops right there. And we might adjust these ones as well. And before you know it, you can select these vertices. And we might want to relax these vertices. Yeah, can probably relax them. Can probably duplicate this as well and scale this. But we want to scale on median point. You know what? Actually, we'll carry this forward and scale on active elements. And we'll probably carry this one up slightly. We'll scale an active element, but I see what the problem is. We've got it right. We just need to move this up slightly and carry this one there. And probably level these. That's good. And we might merge this at last. We can add another vertex right there, and we can basically fill those. Fill those areas, continue. And we will fill these areas as well. And add another loop right there. How does that look? Pretty damn good. I can't lie. It looks pretty damn good. Thank you for watching our preview of the Porsche designing course. Hope you enjoyed it so far. The full course is available on Gumroad and the link is in the description. This is what our wireframe looks like when we completed the car. So I teach you everything. And this course will come with regular updates, especially in early 2026. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.